Hi there. In a world where nothing is certain, that means anything is possible, right? If you want to fulfill your dreams and desires, you are in the right place. You absolutely can have a life of happiness. Everyone deserves an abundance of love, laughter, success, health, and wealth. I'm Tara Chadzakis, and you're listening to the Happy, Inspired, Motivated podcast. The show that brings you meditation, mindset, and motivation. So start by giving yourself permission to be awesome. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hi, and welcome to this episode of Happy, Inspired, Motivated. A few weeks ago, I came back from a holiday in Greece, and obviously we flew there from the UK. And when we're on the airplane, the air steward was there and they were showing us all the safety procedures and telling us how to put on our life vests and where the exits were, and talking about the oxygen masks, if the cabin pressure changed and we needed more oxygen. And when they were going through everything, you pay attention, but you don't really listen. But because you've probably flown so many times that you know where the oxygen comes from, you know where your life vests are, you know the procedure. And so it's kind of like second nature, but you do know that if the oxygen masks fall down, you have to put yours on first and then help anyone else, like a child or somebody who can't do it themselves. You help them after you've sorted yourself out first. Because if you don't and you don't get enough oxygen, then you're not going to be in any fit state to help anybody, and other people are going to suffer because of your neglect to yourself. So that's really important. It's self-preservation, and it's also a matter of taking care of other people, because, if we don't have oxygen and we're unconscious, then we're not going to be able to help anybody. And that's something that we find really important, and we pay attention and we do as we're told. Thankfully, I've never been in a situation where I've needed to do that, but I would know that if I was, then my oxygen mask would be the first thing that I took care of. However, when we're going through life and, we're looking after other people, we're looking after our children, we're taking care of our friends and making sure that they're okay, and our partners and our other family members, we put them as a priority, and we make sure that they're happy and that they're loved. If they're having financial difficulties and we can help them, we do. We make sure that they're taken care of first before ourselves. And thinking back to the oxygen masks, why are we taking care of other people before we take care of us? Because with the same thought behind it, if we are not filled with happiness, love, joy, laughter, and abundance ourselves, how can we take care of other people? How can we keep giving and giving and giving our energy and giving our love and make sure other people are happy if we're not happy ourselves? But we don't think of it as a priority. We don't think of our own happiness and our own joy and abundance as something that we need to take care of first. But it's exactly the same as the oxygen. If we are not filling our cup with lots of happiness and joy, plenty of laughter in our lives and fun times, if we're not taking care of our own abundance first in all of these areas, including health and wealth, then how can we be expected to give 100% to the people that we love around us? We set ourselves as a lower priority to other people. And that means that we care deeply about them, and that's great. But it also means that they're not getting the best that they can from us. Because if we're not in a good enough place ourselves, then what we give is not 100%. Because you can't give somebody a drink of water from an empty cup. And those cups of abundance and happiness have to be continuously refilled, replenished by taking care of yourself first. So self-care is so important. And I want you to try and change your mindset around putting yourself as a priority over other people first, because that means that you'll be able to give so much more and make a huge impact in other people's lives much more quickly and much more effectively if your life is doing great too. So how can we do this? How can we make sure that our own happiness and love, joy, laughter, and abundance is taken care of first. But once we've established that we need to do that, and it is important, because like I say, we don't tend to do that. We think that we're not really, we'll survive, we'll be all right. Other people have other problems, bigger problems, and we need to take care of them first. Once we've realized that actually we're just as important, if not more important, we can start making a few changes. And happiness is one of the biggest ways to fill all those cups at the same time, because if you're happy, your life goes so much more easily. You react differently to situations. You don't lose your temper as much. You don't get stressed over the small things, and you have a different perspective. The way you see things is different, and you can overcome problems so much more easily. So happiness is the key to unlocking all of those other wonderful things that we want in our lives, that make our lives spectacular rather than normal and boring. So take time to notice things that upset you and get you stressed or anxious, or things that you can easily say ruin your day. When you notice them and you can feel yourself slipping down into that unhappy state, try and turn it around quickly. The less time we spend in the bad vibe, the more good vibes we're going to attract into our lives. If we can keep our vibe at a reasonably good state and raise it regularly, then we're going to attract so much more love and abundance into our lives, because we attract back the vibe that we're giving out. So find ways that you know are going to make you happy. Maybe it could be just taking yourself away from a situation, going for a walk outside, getting some fresh air, taking a good look around and noticing the small things. I went for a walk yesterday with my dog, and I was looking around and paying attention to the nature around me, which was so beautiful. And it just grows without competition, without worrying about what the plant next door to it is doing. It just grows because it can, and it takes joy in its growth, in the water that it takes, in the sunshine. It doesn't worry about, oh my goodness, is there going to be some sunshine tomorrow? What if I don't have enough water this afternoon? It doesn't have that kind of stress in its life. It just takes it as it comes, and it grows in the most random of places. The old curbs that you can find, there's plants growing out of them. Some of them are weeds, but they're beautiful, and they've got beautiful flowers on them, and they're such pretty colors. And just take a notice of those while you're walking around, and know that, if this poor little really delicate flower can push its way out through concrete and cement and whatever else is surrounding it and still thrive, then so can you. You, with all your amazing brain power and willpower and energy that you can control in your life, with all that you can do consciously, these flowers can grow without even thinking about it and still flourish. So your life is something that you can easily control and make changes to, as I said, consciously, to create a better environment for yourself. So take yourself out of a situation that's not working for you, that's making you unhappy at any given point, and just go for a walk in nature and look at the beauty of it and how calming it is and how stress-free you can feel in that kind of environment. Maybe if you're like me and you love music, you can put some music on and just dance for a little bit, or even go for a drive in your car if you have one and just play the music really loud and feel the energy of good vibrations and good music. Sing along and make yourself feel happy. Maybe go for a coffee somewhere, or just go window shopping. Do whatever makes you happy. Some people find enjoyment in doing arts and crafts and things like that. So maybe you could just do that quickly. Just do some random drawing on a piece of paper. Just take your mind away from the situation and get yourself into a state of happiness that is the level of happiness for you that you can control. Because sitting in a situation that is causing you distress and making you feel stressed and not consciously removing yourself from it, even just for a few minutes, just to calm yourself down and remind yourself that there is such beauty and love out there and abundance in the most random of places, you're doing yourself a disservice. And as I said, you're lowering your energy. So you're giving yourself a bad vibe. And the law of attraction reflects back the vibration that you're giving out. So if you're giving out a good vibration, a happy vibration, an excited vibration, those are the kind of situations and people and experiences that you're going to attract back. So even if you're having really stressful days at the moment. I was talking to a lady this morning and she was saying how, because we've been in lockdown for so long and, we're out of it now, but there's always a threat of going back. And she said on the weekend, she didn't know what to do with herself because the weather was great and she couldn't remember what she used to do on a Saturday if the weather was good and just to get out of the house. And I know a lot of people go through things like that. We can't remember sometimes what we used to do that made us happy. And we have to get back into that and start consciously manifesting more happiness in our lives. So raising your vibration is so important. And like I said, even if you have like long periods throughout the day that are not happy, are stressful, instead of getting stuck in that vibration, just take yourself out for short periods to raise your vibration up, because raising your vibration, as I said, will help you deal with situations differently and you'll attract more good vibrations back into your life, good energy, good people, good situations. And never underestimate how long a good vibration can last compared to a bad vibration. Just as we can turn a really happy day into unhappiness if we wish to, if we think about something that's unhappy, we can do exactly the same back the other way and take an unhappy day or an unhappy situation and turn it around by thinking about something that's happy or doing something that makes us happy. So make that one of your priorities. Make that your oxygen mask that you put on for yourself every single day. And every time you're going through something that makes you sad or isn't working for you, think of your happiness and your abundance and your laughter and your joy as important as your oxygen. And keep putting that oxygen mask on and making yourself happier, making yourself more in love with your life. Because if you want to start living a life that you absolutely love, you have to start right now and love the life that you have. If you want to learn more about the law of attraction and how that can help shape your life and give you a different reality, then please get in touch. You can find me on Instagram at Tara Chatzakis, or you can visit my website, www.tarachatzakis.com. Please get in touch and we can have a chat just about how you can learn more and how you can start incorporating the law of attraction into your life. And if you're looking just for some quick tips to help manifest something quickly into your life and easily and in a much more fun way than sitting there stressing over the fact that it's not appeared yet, I also have a Manifesting Made Easy workbook that you can get for free on my website. Just go to my site and you'll find it in the top control navigation bar, Manifesting Made Easy, and you can download that and start using that yourself. Whatever we can do to raise the vibration of the planet and create much more good vibration throughout the world to create more peace and unity and happiness with every single human that lives here. So I hope you have an absolutely phenomenal day. Sending you so much love and joy and blessings. Take care. Thank you for listening to the Happy, Inspired, Motivated podcast. I'll be back next week bringing more meditation, mindset, and motivation for your happy and successful life. To find out more about our community, go to tarachatzakis.com/happy, inspired, motivated.